Hello there guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to Savotta Russia. Today we are out collecting mushrooms. We are collecting the most tasty mushroom in the world, I will say. What is called in English right now, I don't know, but I'll put it somewhere here. But I'll show you the mushroom, where to find them, how to prepare them, and I'll show you the end result, how to eat them, or what you can say, with what and so on. So that's what we're going to take a look at today. But here we have a prime example. Look at this little guy here. This is an awesome specimen. So I'll of course have to do this one-handed. But here we have the mushroom. What we do is we cut this guy like that. Sure. We have this basket here and we lay them like that. And the past 2 days I've been collecting up to here something, almost full. And in Moscow and so on, restaurants, these are very expensive, but we keep them for ourselves, of course. I mean, this is really tasty mushroom. I'm not a mushroom guy, but these mushrooms, they are super awesome. But you can see, we have another little one there. We have another little one there. We have one there. And we have them here, there. And some other mushrooms as well. But when we're collecting rishiki, as they're called in Russian, I'll find out what they're called in English, then you don't care about other mushrooms. But as you can see, in an environment like this, that's where you want to pick them. You see, they're hiding under the grass. And the oldest discussion in the mushroom picking community is, should you pluck them or should you cut them while they're standing in the ground? The best explanation, scientific explanation I have heard, is to actually pull them out of the ground and then cut the stems, because otherwise the mycelium or mycelia or whatever we have on the ground, this white stuff where they grow, right, it sort of like starts to rot and so on. No new ones will come. They like to grow a lot together, but I collect them like this, and when I have no camera I will just chuck, cut them off. That's basically how you collect them. So a little advice, as I just told my son also, if you find some, just stand still and just start to look and search, and when you collected everything, there's most likely more. Let's see. Because I was pretty sure we had everything. So, but here we have one hiding, there we have one hiding, there we have one, there we have two, there we have another little one, and there actually we have another little one. Well, we should also remember to always leave some of the smallest and some of the oldest. If they look greenish and stuff, that just leave them, because they of course make spores or what they call them, make new mushrooms and blah blah blah. We got this guy, it's like up to here or something. Then we have this other one, it's a little smaller. It's up to here or something. Well, here we have them. We have a good amount. Alright guys, so it's a few hours later and you can see that the mushrooms are starting to oxidize. That is completely natural, that doesn't do anything bad to them actually. But these are really good quality. But what do we do with them? And by the way, I learned what they're called. They're called saffron milk cap or red pine mushroom. But here we have a jar with some which are already prepared. But what I'm going to show you now is what we're going to do with them, and I'm going to show you the finished result and how to prepare them, basically. Well, we cut them like this. then all we have to do is basically just to wash them. And if they have the size of like this or bigger even, we will dice them out like this and like that. I'm waiting for the dragon to arrive. It's also known as my mother-in-law. But then we cut them out in squares, or not squares, but in 4 pieces like this. This is for demonstration purposes only. Then we lay them like this, upside down, so to speak, in a large bucket or something. And as I said, the enamel buckets are by far the best. Then we take some salt. You sprinkle some salt on them. Of course you will pack the bottom here really nicely. Just sprinkle some salt on them, you make a new layer, sprinkle some salt on them, make a new layer, sprinkle some salt on them. Doesn't have to be a lot actually. Then you will put a small plate or something on the top and some weight on. Here you can see it. It looks like engine oil. It looks like used engine oil. It's completely black. Looks funky. But that's the oxidized liquid which is drawn out. It's just like salting meat basically. And then all the juices that you could see on the bucket there, they will come to the surface. After a day or two, we can get rid of this juice. Then we can start to put them into, this is just the old recycled jar basically. Then we put them into jars. It's gonna look like this. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. When you want to prepare them, you can take them out here and just wash them a little bit if you want. It's not absolutely needed. Then if we're having guests or you are having guests and you made some of these, you'll of course take a bigger bowl, but then you mix them with sour cream. And you chop some red onion and mix some onion in. You can mix some garlic in, or you can have some garlic on the side and a little bit of fresh grounded pepper on and so on. And it's just super tasty. I don't know, I never ate them without sour cream actually, because it sort of like goes along with these guys there, but they're super awesome. It looks really nasty. It doesn't look super awesome. But the taste is like no other mushroom. And it's definitely why it in Russia is called the Tsar's mushroom. Really awesome. Sour cream, onion, freshly ground pepper, garlic and bread, and like a side dish. This is just fantastic. So I hope that this was not too complicated. Otherwise you can just watch the video again, or the last part here on how to prepare them. As I said, if they're already cut and nice and you don't have to clean them or anything, you just wash them off in a big bowl or something like this, right? And put them on a dry spot, and then you start salting them. One layer, a sprinkle of salt, one new layer, sprinkle of salt. Put some weight on a plate on them, so it'll be weighed down and the liquids will come up to the surface. It's exactly like salting meat actually, as I've shown on my channel as well. Maybe we should do that again at some point actually. I definitely have to do some canning of pig meat, of some pork. But anyway, that's how you do it. It's super simple. Then you just have some rubber gloves on, sterilize some glass jars and some lids, put them in the basement or some cold place and this should last the winter, at least 3, 4, 5 months it should last. So guys, that's basically it. That's how you prepare the saffron milk cap, the red pine mushroom. Super awesome, very tasty. If you haven't tried them, even if you're not a mushroom kind of a person, then you used to try it. So guys, please check the links in the description. Please consider supporting the channel and all that good stuff. There's links to Patreon. There's links to buy me a coffee. You guys like to buy me a lot of coffee, so I get a caffeine shock. That's awesome. And then of course there's Survival Russia merchandise. So until next time, guys, get out and train, get done, do something awesome, and see you in the next video, guys. Thank you very much for your time.